melty mac and cheese is only made better with a crunchy baked top. This baked mac and cheese is the best ever. Let me show you how to make it. Hey everybody, I'm Kelly with the Suburban Soapbox, and today we are making my favorite 5-cheese baked mac and cheese. This has a crumbly, golden brown, crunchy Parmesan crust, and it bakes in the oven until it's bubbling and oozing with just that melted, amazing cheese sauce. It's so simple to make, and it's the best side dish for like any occasion. You can eat this for dinner on a Sunday night or serve it with your Thanksgiving turkey. Totally versatile. All you need are all these cheeses and your bowl full of carbs. So to make your pasta, you're just going to boil it in some heavily salted water. I put in a couple teaspoons of kosher salt just to get that water salted, get that salty flavor inside of your pasta. And you're cooking it until al dente, which is like a little bit of a bite, so it's not cooked all the way, not overcooked. It's going to continue cooking in the oven and soaking up that cheesy sauce. And then I have 5 different types of cheese. We have Parmesan and havarti, cheddar, gouda, and munster. The munster is for that stretchiness of the cheese. If you're not a munster fan, you can certainly substitute that with some mozzarella. It would work really well. Then you're also going to need some panko breadcrumbs, which are a really light, flaky type of breadcrumb. We have some butter, garlic powder, ground mustard, and nutmeg. The nutmeg, don't skip it. It really gives your cheese sauce like this really nice undernote. Salt and pepper, and more butter, heavy cream, flour, and milk. So first, to make the crumb topping, we're going to melt the butter in a large skillet over medium heat. And you're just gonna heat the butter until the foam starts to subside. So your butter is gonna melt and it's gonna get frothy. Once that foam subsides, stir in your panko and some of the garlic powder. And just keep stirring that until the crumbs turn golden brown. It takes about 4 to 6 minutes. And then stir in half a cup of Parmesan cheese and a pinch of salt. And just stir that together and then set that aside. Next, we're going to make the cheese sauce. In a large pot over medium-low heat, we're going to melt the butter. Once your butter is melted, whisk in the flour and then continue whisking to make a roux. A roux is just like a sauce thickener. So it's just butter and flour stirred together, and then you cook it until it's like nutty and golden brown. This will take about 4 minutes. Do not take your eyes off this because your roux can burn and then you're just gonna have to start over again. Once your roux has turned golden brown, we're going to whisk in the milk and the cream. Whisk constantly until it's incorporated, and now you're creating a bechamel sauce. A bechamel sauce is a French sauce which is like creamy, and it's also used in like lasagnas. You use this in a lot of different recipes. This is always your base of a cheese sauce. Whisk in your nutmeg and increase the heat to medium-high and bring the sauce to a boil. Do not stop whisking. Reduce to a simmer and cook until your sauce is thick and coats the back of a spoon. This will take you about 4 to 5 minutes. Whisk in the salt, pepper, and mustard powder, and then add your cheeses, 1 cup at a time. Make sure you're whisking after each addition and don't add more cheese until the first handful is melted completely. Now I'm gonna go back over to the counter and finish it up. Now our cheese is all done. We're going to stir in the pasta. Look at that. It's like cheese soup. So yummy. I could just eat it just like that. Just dump all the pasta in here. We just want to toss it to coat. It's a lot of cheese sauce to pasta ratio, but don't worry, this pasta is going to soak up a lot of that cheese sauce. If you didn't have enough cheese sauce with your pasta, you're gonna have a really dry macaroni and cheese. This is so not dry at all. And you can always add a little bit more cheese if you want. Get that extra stringiness. Add some extra Parmesan for saltiness. We have the leftover wedge here. This is the rind from the Parmesan. That's one of the benefits to grating your own cheese, is that you have that extra ingredient. You can put that rind in your freezer in a freezer bag and use it for soups or stews. It is a fantastic flavor booster. So I'm just gonna coat my baking dish with some cooking spray, and then we're going to pour the mac and cheese into the baking dish. Pour that in. Look at that. Ha! It looks so amazing. Scrape some of that cheese up. You want every last drop of that sauce. Just spread it out a little bit. Now we're just going to sprinkle the panko on top. And because they're stirred with the butter, it's going to get nice and golden brown. And sometimes we'll mix in like vegetables. We love to put peas in this. Somebody else likes broccoli with it. You can really make it your own. All right, that looks good. Into a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until it's golden brown and bubbling and amazing. The mac and cheese is done, and now we can eat. It smells so amazing. One thing to note, once you pull your mac and cheese out of the oven, be sure to let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. It gives that sauce a chance to tighten back up, and it's not gonna be really loose and runny. You want it to be like cheesy and thick and rich and amazing, and this is everything that's gonna be. I'm just going to serve this up. Look at that golden crust. Oh my gosh, it looks so incredible. How much is too much mac and cheese? The limit does not exist. So good. It's just, you can, oh, all those cheeses smell just incredible. I'm gonna take a quick bite. It is so incredible. And the pasta isn't mushy. You know how sometimes your pasta can just like fall apart in the mac and cheese? Because we cooked it to al dente, this held together beautifully, but it's perfectly flavored with that cheese sauce. It's tangy and rich and buttery. So flipping amazing. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. For more easy recipes, visit thesuburbansoapbox.com. Thanks again.